Official time is a little past 5. Call the Industrial Development Board to order. Uh, Just before we really get started in that, we're expecting the representative from Tennessee Steel to be here in a minute. They were thinking tomorrow night and not tonight, so they're on their way, and they will be here. So we will move ahead with that, and then when we get to that, we'll let them speak to the committee itself. With that, would entertain a motion if you have read the minutes of the last meeting and all, and also allow me to pay any and all the bills that are associated.
So moved.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion on the minutes or the payment of the bills? Hearing none, all those in favor, let me know by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. All right, at this time, public comment, anyone desiring to speak may appear at the meeting on that. We have two young, maybe they would like to speak at the meeting today, so. Okay. No one at this point. All right. So, old business. First item up is that we need to add Phil as an additional signee for the bank accounts at Traditions First on there. So, entertain a motion there to that we allow Phil to be the additional signee for the bank accounts.
I'll make that motion.
I have a motion.
Second.
Second. Any discussion? All those in favor, let me know by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Next item up there, I handed out to you a paper, and that is by Byers, and this is a proposal for the highway, finishing up the paving that we have around the industrial park. This would bring it up to the same thickness and depth and the same quality as we have on the rest of the park. Their price that they have given us on this is $114,890, and the alternate price, this includes the striping for the road and everything, is $3,600 as well. So we're looking at about $118,000 and $200 or $300 after that. I know that from my last trip over the road there, that it's in pretty bad shape. So,
Did this bid have any kind of expiration date to it or anything?
I'm sorry.
Did this have any kind of expiration date or anything?
As long as we identify to them at this point, we'd be good for like the next 30 to 60 days. Yeah, when I talked to Terry, I told him we would need to approve tonight, and I'd let him know later in the week what the board's decision was. Okay.
Motion to do it and add the paving, I mean the striping.
Okay, I have a motion that we move ahead to do this. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, I have a second on this as well. Any discussion? Okay, hearing none, all those in favor, let me know by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, I will take that, and I will give Terry a call tomorrow and tell him that they can put it on their schedule. It may be a month or two before they get to it, just depending on how the asphalting and their schedule goes. But we will move forward with that.
One thing that I should have pointed out earlier is bidding requirements.
That's true.
We've got a lot going on, and I didn't.
How did we do that with the other one?
Can't remember. I don't know, we had to have bids.
Yeah.
We had at least one other bid. I think, didn't we have to get, that's why we had to get Rye Engineering involved in it to write up the bid specs.
Yes.
Okay, we do
Publish
that.
the bids, yeah.
Okay.
So I guess you're gonna have to do that this time. You're gonna have to, well, you'll have to.
Yeah.
Because it's a public road, you're gonna have to have an engineer involved in it. So
Okay.
you're gonna have to have a motion to allow you to employ Rye Engineering or some if there's another engineering firm, but, Rye Engineering to do the, bidding, to, handle the bidding and.
Handle the bidding and things,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah, and you can start with that bid right there.
all right. I need,
Let my motion have that with it.
Okay, to handle bidding
okay,
and specs.
the motion will actually read now that, Rye Engineering will provide the bidding, but, yeah, whatever they need to accomplish it. And the second, I think was Phil, wasn't it? Was right, okay,
Second, that's
all
right.
right. Any discussion on that? All those in favor, let me know by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. We'll do that. I'll talk to Seth then tomorrow. All right, the next item on that is if you've been by the signs out on the highways industrial park, you note that we do have at this point lighting on the signs. It is up, and Jamie was able, he called me and he said he found a better and a cheaper solution to do it, and so he went ahead and he's got it up and working and everything. So take a look at that the next time you're coming down 149 or going up 149 in there. And the bid came back, I think it was 1,800.
1881.99.
1881.99.
Well, that's what he charged.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's, we had already approved that previously, so.
Yeah.
We don't need to do anything more with that. All right, moving to new business. At this point, Houston County, the transfer of Lot 3 from counties to the IDB board. The Houston County Legislative Body approved that during their last meeting, which was last week. And so that has been done, and Stewart County has the resolution to do in their meeting that's coming up, I believe, next Monday. And that, so this is on their agenda for then. And with that, we'll pause at this point because I see that Tennessee Steel Buildings has arrived. And with that, we'd like to introduce them. And in fact, I'll let the mayor bring them all up and introduce them in there. Scott's going to be part of it.
Yes.
This is, for the ones that don't know, this is Scott Beller. He's kind of the go-to guy. This is actually one of the owners. I went blank on the name. Ricardo. They own Tennessee Steel in Dixon County, and I'll let them present their package to y'all, and you can check them out.
Okay, just to kind of give you, while you're coming up, give you an idea. I'm the chair.
That's fine.
Martin Garrett is the secretary for the chair, and it's good to see you again, fellas. Thank you.
Scott, this is
Marty
Marty
Grant,
Nebraska.
Stewart County,
That's Miss Reedy, Miss Vicky Reedy.
Houston County. Okay. There's the podium. Tell us all about Tennessee Steel.
Well, there's quite a bit to tell. It's a good story. We're Tennessee Steel. We build steel buildings. This is Ricardo Iniesta. He's half owner of the company. I'm Scott Beller. I'm ops manager for Tennessee Steel. What we do basically in our realm and in our business is we started out building carports. And over the last 5 years, the business model has changed. Now, primarily, what we focus on is garages and big farm buildings. I don't know if you gentlemen and ladies ever travel Yellow Creek, but right above Ruskin on your right, I own that farm. It's a brown building with a galvanized roof. It's 55 by 60, and that's what we do, that type farm building. Our mission statement is something that's in our handbook, and all our employees go by it. Our goal in our mission statement is to be the highest quality, lowest cost producer of steel buildings in the marketplace. And by that I mean We want to be the best always, but we want to be able to pass along the best price to our customer and beat out our competition. Our goal and what we would like to do as we move forward is we're looking at the property that Mr. Spurgeon just described. Our goal is to purchase the property, come in and do grade work, start with a 70 by 100 building, but lay out the pad for a 70 by 300. We're going to be investing in new equipment. The one thing we try to do is to control the supply chain. And by what I mean by control the supply chain is we don't like to farm out pieces parts. And right now, there are some pieces that we still farm out that we have built for us. We're going to make an investment in that equipment to buy the equipment to make those parts so we control the supply chain. And that's where this starts. As far as what we want to do as a company, right now we're kind of limited because there's business opportunities with co-op that we really can't address right now because we don't have the room. We can't really do anymore, and that's one of our reasons for growth, as well as we want to be in a business-friendly community right now. Right now, the community that we're in is not business-friendly. It's tough. It's been a lot of headache. If we come to your community, we're going to pay commercial taxes. We're going to offer jobs. We're going to have teammates who will respect the law. We're going to operate a clean factory. It's not going to be a hog pen around it. It's going to be something that nobody's going to be ashamed of. And we're going to be a good neighbor to the community. An example of that, 2 days ago, a gentleman from Erin come to our factory on Yellow Creek, and he purchased, I think, $9,000 worth of metal. And we sold him the metal at $2 a foot, linear foot. And he said, I called Watson's and it was $3.59 a foot. In the community, people who come to our organization say they have a roof blow off, they got a new construction. We will beat Watson's price to try to accommodate them and help them. And we do that for the community we're in. And the gentleman that bought the metal called us back within 45 minutes and had us spec out a 80 by 200 foot building for him. And he's just moved into this community. But that's who we are. That's what we do. I'll stand by these gentlemen, Ricardo and Carlos. They're both good men. They both have a good business head. And we've got tons and tons of growth potential in our industry. And if anybody has any questions, I'll do my best to answer them or help any way I can.
I'll jump in. A couple other things that Scott has not mentioned. A year ago, Tennessee Steel was roughly $1 million a month company. That was what they were selling and doing. That has now changed to they're at 1.7 plus a month in there. So they're growing. They have representatives across the state of Tennessee, Kentucky, I believe Mississippi, Alabama. They've also had some work down in Florida, and they're getting ready to expand northward into, I think it was Indiana and Illinois. And so it is a company that's expanding, and I think they would be a benefit to our community and to actually any of the farmers in the area. They could definitely benefit. I had the opportunity to go up and actually walk their plant and where they make their equipment. It's clean, it's quiet. Noise-wise, and I think I pick up off of Scott on this. He said the only thing you hear is when he got the tow motors backing up. And but other than that, it is a well-run and I think a very quality company for us to bring to the industrial park.
If you look at our industry, we call it the golden circle. We're more profitable if we span about 250 miles from Yellow Creek. That's where we're most profitable for freight purposes. We've got 216 dealers that are in that golden circle. And that's where we like to operate from the standpoint of freight, trucking, and getting the product to the job. But the job Mr. Spurgeon's talking about, the 100 by 300, we did 2 of those in Florida. If it's big enough, we'll go. I mean, we'll go wherever the work is and wherever we can be profitable.
Would you be moving your whole operations to Houston County, or expanding?
We're gonna be expanding, starting out, and adding machinery that we don't currently have. We're gonna have to invest in some equipment that we don't have and put it in place, and that's the start plan.
How many jobs are you expecting
I'm gonna let you answer that, Ricardo.
We're gonna, starting probably about 18 jobs in class, so,
18?
correct, yes.
That will be new hire positions.
I say, is that new or people coming with you?
No, that'll be new.
New hire.
Yeah.
What kind of pay? What is the scale of the job?
Our average wage at the factory right now is about $21 an hour. That's our average wage. Of course, when you start out, you know, you're gonna start 16, 17 bucks an hour, and you're gonna work up to that top out. That's how it works.
Floor is open.
Tell them a little bit about how you do your process. Tell them how y'all do now on your Monday mornings and how many people you've got going out.
Okay, one thing we've changed since this started in January. We used to load out on Wednesdays and Saturdays, but we changed that and now we load out on Mondays. The reason we went to Mondays was for several reasons. It gives our people, our install crews, on any given Monday, you're gonna see 55, 60 people. We have all our install crews in, they're loading up for the week, they're getting ready to hit the road. What they do, they take these jobs out. We have a program that strategically tells them where to go and where to start and to backtrack coming back to the factory. And this gives them time to go out and do their installs, and then as they're working back, if they have a quality complaint or a problem on the job, that gives them Thursday and Friday to clean up those problems or issues that they have on the job, and they work their way back. We have so many people on site on Monday, we actually have a food truck on site, and he's profitable. That's how many people we have there on a Monday. It's a very busy scene. But also, Monday is, I like the Wednesday and Saturday, but Monday, it kind of helps with traffic in the community, which is an issue where we're at right now. But everybody goes out on Monday when everybody's normally at work. When we were going out on Saturday, we had some issues. People didn't like to see the trucks on Saturday, so that also helped with the community. But on a Monday, it kind of looks like a city. And in our industry, there's tons of people that build steel buildings. But in our industry, square tubing is your core. Everything starts with square tubing. Supports, trusses, everything starts with square tubing. Anybody can start building a building, but we figured out several years ago, you can't be profitable unless you buy a tubing machine. You can't go to your competition and buy tubing because you just can't buy it and come out profitable. So we made the investment in the tubing machine, and it was a big investment and a large one. But that's what helped us turn the key and get competitive in the marketplace.
Can you explain a little more about the jobs, about the new jobs? From what I'm hearing you say, I'm getting the impression, and that's why I'm asking for an explanation. The new jobs would be manufacturing on our site for a while, and then they would be leaving and putting the buildings up for a while.
No,
Is that how it works,
starting out, what we're gonna do is put equipment in place that we don't have and control our supply chain. We'll be setting up new machines, making capital investment, hiring people to run those machines, and then we would be looking at a 12-mile transfer from here to the current factory in assembly. You would not see any traffic in your community in the immediate future. All you would see is enough trucks to transfer the material that we build in this factory that's a customer to the factory on Yellow Creek.
But the people that are hired to build are gonna be there building all the time? Is that what
Yes,
it looks like?
it'll be full-time
Okay.
jobs.
All right, that's what I'm getting around to.
Yep.
We had a contractor, they contract contractors put the buildings up. These guys do not put the buildings up.
Now, we have subs that put the buildings up. We have 7 install crews is what we have.
That's the trucks, the Monday trucks, right?
Yes, and they're not tractor trailers, I want everybody to understand. They're about the same size as your ton truck, your dually, with a good sized hay trailer behind it. That's about an equivalent measurement. We do not run, now we receive our raw materials by semi, but we do not ship our buildings out on semis. We can't get to the job sites, we can't park, we can't offload with semis. We have to have something we can maneuver and get around with.
Question?
How many buildings are you putting up a week now? Average.
It's, I'll say probably somewhere around 180,
180.
180 a week, yeah. And it depends on how big the buildings are as well, so. You know, one crew might just take a big building, and that's the only one he'll pay for the whole week. And the other crews will have 6, 7 on their truck, so it just depends how big the building, how big the job is.
For example, my new farm that I just bought where I'm moving is on the Houston County line. I'm putting up a 30 by 60 for my hay roller, hay rake, my hay equipment on the new farm. It's gonna be a 30 by 60. When they roll on the job Friday at lunchtime, the building will be all steel and anchored, and they'll probably walk away from there Saturday evening before dark, and it'll be complete.
So speed and efficiency. For the general information here is the lot that they're interested in and that we've been to is the one that is behind Gastonberry to the back of it and to the right. We've given you, in fact, Sid here has given you a couple of different looks at it, also a color one, so that you can take a look and see. It's kind of an odd shaped lot, and what we've asked the counties and what Houston County's already approved is that I believe the lot itself was originally a 15 total acre lot, and we will be cutting out approximately 6.1 acres, I think is what we estimated in there. And if you're looking at the map, you can see that there is a point where it comes back out to 149, is that will be an entrance into their facility as well as either an exit or an entrance from the industrial park road back there. And so my vision of what you've got, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that essentially it's going to allow them to bring something in at one end, walk right through, and then come right on around and then go out the other side. So you don't have any doubling back, or it's efficiency of operation is what it amounts to. What we're doing right now, just to let you know, is that we have been talking to the surveyor, and we're in the process of getting that set up to be surveyed. And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Sid, is that probably in the next week I will need to meet the surveyor.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
We can get him.
Right, get him set up. And at the same time, I will ask Phil to come with me as well, and we will actually walk the lot while he's doing the surveying and placing all of the appropriate points for you in that.
Roughly site work, building, equipment, initial investment be what your point?
Well, great work's it's gonna be a ballpark on what it's gonna cost, because there's gonna be a lot of dirt work. The grade on the land is it's not bad, but it's not great.
Yeah.
So you're looking at several $100,000 in grade work to get a pad and an egress. You're looking at that. The building, I'm not fretting about at all. We're gonna build our own building.
Y'all know people.
Yes, sir. The building will be at cost on the labor, material, and overhead end. That's not a big deal. And we can do some things to our building to dress it out. I brought some 3Ds. We can do some stone work, we can do some brick work. We can dress it up and make it look nice from the road and make it something with some eye candy. The equipment purchase, I'm gonna try to spend enough money so that we meet the criteria for the grant from TVA, the lady that met with us. She talked to me about capital expenditure and money and what we have to drop to get the tax break. So what we're gonna look at, all of it combined, what do we have to do to meet the tax breaks that are available? And I'm gonna have a call with her, and I'm gonna have her to our factory for a factory tour. You're looking at a huge capital investment. It's gonna be a lot of money, but we're not gonna carry any debt. That's not our goal. We don't wanna carry any debt. We wanna pay for it.
So it looks like the county line runs through that piece of property?
No, sir.
No?
No, sir. It's, the county line, I believe, would be to the north of the property we bought.
That's what we believe, yes,
And that
it will be.
right there, it looks like it's a little north of the front.
Which property is it they're buying?
The one right next to
This blue
Southern.
piece? Just the blue?
Yes.
All that in blue,
Round 6 acres.
on the colored one, that's the
There's
tax
about
assessor's
15,
map.
16 acres on that tract, but the rest of it's in Stewart-Houston.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's another, now, something not shown on the tax assessor's map, that blue, there's a strip right there past Southern Gauge on 149. It's about 45 feet wide that the industrial park owns according to the surveyor. It's not mapped in for, on the tax assessor's map. So they'll have, that's where they plan to have access off of 149 there, and then can circle around and come back out on Industrial Park Road. Think they can come in or come out. Anyway, they'll have access, they'll have an entrance on 149 that would be surveyed out in with that. And it's shown on the survey. It's not shown in the blue on the
It's right next to this
on the
house here.
tax assessor's map.
Okay, there is a spot between them and.
Where,
Between
where
that-
the building's
between
gonna
that
be
and Southern
located?
Gauge.
If you're looking at that drawing, the building will be on the right-hand side, closest to 149.
Oh, here. Here.
Yes, sir. And that egress is important to us. That 42 foot is important to us.
Yeah, it shows it on one of these. This
Already got it, yeah. Okay.
this is over here.
Right next to that house.
It's gotta be right on.
Right on the side, it's that.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, on that, as I said earlier, Houston County has already approved moving the money from the county to the IDP board, and Stewart County will do that next Monday at their meeting as well. I do need for you at this point to give me authority to go ahead and do the survey. And so we've been contacting and talking to them and everything. I'd like to have that official, that you give me authority to go ahead and do that, if you don't mind.
I'll make a motion that, Mr. Chairman, that you have the authority to, contact the surveyor and get it in the works.
And I'll second that.
Appreciate that. Motion and second. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor, let me know by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Appreciate that. Okay, any other questions for Scott and Ricardo?
Just a comment. Thank y'all for coming. Thank you for your interest in putting a location in the industrial park.
We will do our best to be a good neighbor. We're good people. Our people respect the law. They don't speed. They're good people. They'll spend their money here. And like I said, we'll pay commercial tax rate, and we'll do our best to be a good neighbor. And anybody that hasn't seen our factory is welcome to contact me. It's about 20 minutes from here. I'll be glad to do a plant tour and show you around and show you what we do. It's very impressive.
Any day except Monday?
Sir,
Any day except
any day except Monday.
Yeah, food truck on Monday. Jason's in it.
All right, we thank both of you for coming. Appreciate it, and we're gonna keep moving and move ahead for you, Scott.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right,
Thank
Thank
y'all.
you.
Well done. Well
Ricardo,
done.
thank you. Good to see you again.
Thank you, sir. Well done. Appreciate that.
Say there's 15 acres in there.
Sorry. And the total piece, yes, is 15.
Nice job, sir. Well
So
done.
when we get the 6 out, we're still gonna have almost 5 acres. It's really good land. Okay, I need to move the date of the meeting, and then, I need to get the authorization to them too, then, on the last for the retainer agreement.
Yeah, and the reason you moved would be, you don't own the property yet, so you can't sell it. So after Stewart County does it, we'll get assuming they do, we'll get a deed. And then you'll be able to come back, you'll have to come back to another meeting and sell it to them if that's what you wanna do.
Okay,
And, we're gonna have to work out a lot of, specifics about the contract, at some point. And, so if the board's ready to do that, Howard and I can work on that and try to get a contract, up to present to everybody beforehand to look at. See if you all wanna add anything, but that would be the purpose of moving that meeting from April 28th to the 14th, would be to expedite this, to get it done for their benefit.
right, you get it moved quicker.
Do we need a motion for y'all to be able to start that process or anything, or
I'm sorry, I didn't hear
do
you.
you need a motion to start the contract and movement process of the land?
We need a motion to, move our normal date from the 28th to the 14th, so we can expedite, this process.
So moved.
Okay, I have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second, any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, so our next meeting will be on the 14th of April at 5 o'clock. Okay, all right, another motion here, if you would, please, to authorize myself and also working with Vincent and Coffenberry to update, well, this is actually update the retainer agreement with Vincent and Coffenberry, right?
Yes, well, we hadn't done that since 2011, and Kendra tells me I need to update that.
In other words, his daughter's, well, now Kendra, okay, Kendra says he needs to get his act and self together. So
Awesome.
I have a motion that we authorize myself to enter into an updated version retainer agreement with Vincent and Coffenberry. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Okay, hearing none, let me all be saying aye. Aye. Opposed? All right, thank you. And I will like to let the board know and thank you. In this last week, I don't know, the last 2 weeks, Sid and I seem that I've either been in his office or having to be on the phone because there's so many different things between this one and other things happening that we've had to discuss to make sure that we were where we were supposed to be. Is there any other new business that we need to discuss?
Do we need to give you a motion to start on the contract? Or take
If that's just the consensus, because, there's gonna be an expense for that, you all hadn't approved. You hadn't voted to sell it to them yet. So,
Well, I don't think we need to wait till we sell it to them,
Well, I don't
since we're
think
going to
so.
sell it
I
to them.
think we probably need to go ahead and start if it's just the consensus of the board.
Okay, then entertain them for a motion that authorize the surveying and moving forth the contract to enter into an agreement with Tennessee Steel.
I'll do it.
I have a motion, second.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
Might be the last chance for discussion. The incentives that he mentioned, were those TVA power incentives, were they tax incentives, were they both?
TBA.
Some of both. I know some fire incentives.
Yeah, we talked about that when they were out there.
Yeah,
Right.
but, I think there's some tax incentives they're working on with the state.
It might be a mistake. I'm not aware of it.
But that would be a state incentive, what I
I don't think so.
Okay. That's something the state of driver credit.
Yeah, I ain't gonna pay taxes from day one.
That would be something like driver, some kind of driver creation incentive to them, and then some kind of power credits should they meet the guidelines for TVA.
I think the girl from TVA is actually going to their facility next week
Right.
to tour their facility in Dayton, and that's where she's supposed to talk to them about what they got done.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much, they're paying the full price
Yes.
themselves. I mean, there's not a lot of.
They're footing the bill
Yeah,
for their.
this is,
Yeah, they're
this is
paying
not a
it
move
cash.
because the package is so good. This is a move because they wanna be.
Right.
Right.
And they'll be, but now on that equipment, I'd be surprised if they don't ask for, pilot incentives, tax, tax break on that. So, but that won't be anything except you'll have to own the equipment and they'll have to sell you all the equipment.
Yeah.
But
You lease it back.
if I was spending 10 million and I could get $500,000 back, I'd apply.
Certainly, absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all.
Okay, I have a motion and a second discussion, and all in favor, let me know by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? No. Okay, there's one other thing in new business that I think I probably need to bring up in this, is that, as a result of the Dajan, payoff and et cetera, we have, money in the bank that we need to actually put into an account to bring, some interest money back into the board as well. Ray and I sat down and we talked about it, and I told Ray that we would go ahead and do it, but I would feel more comfortable if we voted at this point that you allow Ray and I to place the money into an account that will earn us at least 3% on that. You want to say something else about that, Ray? I mean,
We would actually change the rate on your current money market to 3% if you added money to it. I forget what the level was we talked about.
Yeah,
Can I interject
sure.
something? This board owes the ship board, quite a bit of money. I mean, probably all that money. So one of the things that, you probably need to decide is whether you're gonna keep the money in the ID board or the ship board, and I don't know that it'll make a big difference, but, you do owe that to the ship board, so if you're not gonna pay it back, it's gonna have to be forgiven by the ship board.
You remember which account we put it in?
It's
We
in,
made another time to the account.
yeah, it's in the ID board right now.
Okay.
And if you
The
put
money
it,
market's probably in the other.
yeah, the
Yeah.
money market's
So
in
we
the
need to move
ship.
it. Okay,
So that's what the, Dajan paid the ID board.
all right.
Yeah.
So we need to move that money to the ship?
Yeah. However much.
It's owed to the ship, even though there's no deed of trust on it. We had to release the ship deed of trust that
Right.
had on there for building the building, because ship provided the money to build the building initially, and, so you owe them back, maybe not all of it, and I can't tell you how much is owed back to ship, but, that's something that needs to be looked at, determined, and.
Okay, we can move the 533,000 to the ship board? Is that the best thing to do?
Whatever amounts owed to them, if you could pay them off, that would be ideal, and then that'd go back in the ship.
I don't believe it's owed the whole amount, is it?
No, we didn't.
Well, I don't know.
We did something else with it.
So we need the actual payoff amount,
Yeah,
what's owed.
we need that figure, and I don't have any, that's for y'all to figure, you financial minds to look at it. It may be an odd.
Now, you don't spend money out of this account, that's where this money is, do you?
Yes, the monthly bills, like the ID board bills come out of it.
So we wouldn't spend all of it out of it, though.
Mm-mm.
No, it's,
Okay. Thanks for
yeah.
remembering.
Yeah.
Now, the ship board can do whatever they want to. They can forgive half of it, they can forgive all of it, but a certain amount, or come up with some amount, but we need to kind of clean that up so that this board's not owing ship, for the initial construction of the building, and we really need to get that out of the way and get that resolved one way or another.
Okay,
But you
can
can
we,
do it anyway, shipboard can do it any way they want to.
okay,
That figure somewhere or another that we know.
Yeah, it's probably in the audit, like Sid said,
Okay.
because I know John notes it in the audit, I think, every year.
I'm thinking it is, it has
Yeah.
to be in the audit.
Yeah.
That's a,
okay,
So-
let's do it this way then. We've already discussed, getting the 3% on the amount of money there. And then let's call John and ask him what the figures are. And then at the next meeting, have that as an agenda topic as to whether we need to forgive it, whether we need to move the money or what. There.
Is
That'd
this
be,
the balance that as of June 30th was $1,385,000? Or is that Dacian's balance?
Dajins was, what they ended up paying off was
Was
530.
533. I wonder if they added the two together. Could they have added Dejin's and what the,
I'm just reading footnote 4 from the ID.
Okay, let's postpone that to the next one so we can, get a handle on what it is.
okay,
I'll stop in and see Ray, and let's call John and see, what we need to do with that.
okay.
Okay, so we'll postpone that.
Yeah.
Any other business for the IDB board?
Well, to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn, do I have a second?
Second.
A motion is second. I'm gonna ask for discussion. All those in favor, let me know by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. All right, since past the time, go ahead and call the ship board to order. I would ask that you approve the minutes and all, and allow the bills to be paid for the ship board. So get a motion, please,
Transfer 4,500.
and transfer 4,500 tomorrow.
Make a motion.
I have a motion, do I have a second?
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? I hear none. All those in favor, let me know by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, thank you very much. Let me get my agenda up here. Okay, I handed out to you under old business the website information. I got a hold of a company that they build websites, they host them in there, and I asked the gentleman to give me a proposal as to what it is. And so it's there in front of you, and what they're talking about is that they would build this site up to 10 pages, 10 graphics, responsive design, etc. And then you go on, they talk about a domain name, and we probably would have to buy that as well. Total software cost and all, they're talking about $3,948 for it. And then there is an annual use and support fee that goes with that after the first year, $2,430. I thought the price was, it was more than I expected it to be when I was discussing it. I would like to postpone it for another 30 days or until the 14th, and let me look around some more and see if I can find someone else that's into that design business. But they are professionals and they do a lot of work with government agencies. So if you would allow me the 30 days, I'd appreciate it.
Just a question,
Yes.
is this reaching a threshold or this would be something to be bidded out?
I mean, it's under the threshold of procurement for the counties. I think we'd hear to the
Which would
counties.
be bound by the counties.
Yeah,
Each-
so,
Either county, I think they're probably both the same on the bidding.
yeah, it's up to actually 25 now. Okay, let
You
me,
know if it's 25 in Stewart County,
yeah, that's the state. The state said it.
but, well, at one time, you could adopt the county's elected whether to go under this or go under that, so
Okay.
I didn't know.
Well, it's still, I mean, 10 was the previous one. Can you all find out
Yeah.
what your bid, what it is over in Stewart County?
It's at least 10,000 in it.
Yeah, should be.
Yeah, probably.
You know, Mark, you're,
At least that.
yeah.
Okay. All right, let's postpone that for the Stewart-Houston Industrial Park then to April the 14th. Okay. Anything else in old business? New business? I have not spoken to Mr. Bevel at this point, and there I will try to get with him. Motion to move Terry from the Traditions First Bank checking account, adding Phil Taylor. I do need a motion for us to do that. I have a motion. I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, let me know by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay. Any other new business for the ship board?
I think we need to do we need to do the Vincent and Confirmary
We're in as
agreement
well?
for this one as well?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
All right. We also need a motion to approve the allowing me to enter into an updated retainer agreement with Vincent and Costtenberry for our attorneys there.
So moved.
I have a motion, I have a second. Discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, let me know by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, we're approved. Am I good now?
Yes, you're good now.
Okey-doke. Any other new business? You always gotta check with people, don't you?
And then move the meeting to the 18th.
Right, and the meeting will be moved from April the 28th to April the 14th. Notice on your sheet.
Oh, the 14th.
14th, yes, 14th, sorry. At 5:15, we
18th.
hope. Hearing nothing else, entertain a motion to adjourn.
Don't move.
Second?
Motion is second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, appreciate it.